everybody.
We hope that you're having a great day. Thank you so very much for joining us. And today we're going to what?
Jump in. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us for Jump In. Today, we're just going to talk simply about just keeping the momentum, just keep going. I hope you all had a great week. And if you didn't, you have tomorrow to start afresh and get things going again.
Or if you lost momentum
If you lost momentum, you have tomorrow and, to the weekend to pick it back up.
Yeah.
Don't think for a minute that just because you lost momentum or things didn't turn out the way you did, that you did not have a good week. You have to begin to classify your wins. And I think that's one thing that people don't know how to do. Some people say, well, if I have not achieved my ultimate goal, I haven't done anything. That's not true. As we all work,
your progress.
And some of the biggest wins is making progress towards your goals. Always stay in the mind state of reaching forward. And by no means are we trying to tell you to diminish your goals or say your goals aren't that important. Your goals are very important, but don't diminish and kind of look at your progress in a negative light. Always see yourself progressing, always see yourself moving forward. And even in those times, you have to take a step back. Every now and then, it's good to take a step back. It's good to reflect. It's good to redirect yourself because sometimes you're running fast in the wrong direction. So every now and then, it's good to take a step back, assess, refocus, and then, keep going. So we want to encourage you all. Don't get stuck. Don't stop. Keep going, keep pushing forward, and even if you're moving at 5 miles per hour, you're still moving forward in some regard.
I think the biggest thing is just being consistent. The things that I'm the most challenged with, like even my journey to going back to the gym and losing weight. I start with consistency first, and all the other stuff will come with it. If I can just be consistent, if I fall off, okay, next week I'm jumping back on, constantly focusing on the consistency when you are, having a hard time just reaching goals and getting things done. If that's, you understand what I'm saying? I know that works for me, just building consistency. He will have consistency, especially going to the gym. He's very consistent with it. But I feel like that was a challenge. And that's normally a challenge when you are trying to work on something and you really are trying to reach a certain point or achieve a goal, is that consistency and, being consistent. And, a lot of things that we're trying to do, I think we treat it as like a sprint or something quick. Like I want to quickly achieve this goal. And some things are just most things, the greatest things are marathons. And if you can just be consistent, make a decision to be consistent in this marathon, oh my gosh, you'll get there.
Yeah. Hey, I was sharing with somebody the other day about that advice that Larry DeAndre gave me.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Work on it
every single day.
Every day for 15 minutes.
That's consistency.
And that's building consistency.
Yeah.
So don't
you
say...
You got to start somewhere.
Don't say, I don't have time to work on it. If you work on something 5 minutes, you've worked on it. If even if you're taking time to sit down and just think about it, like, how can I improve this process? How can I improve how I respond to things? And one of the biggest things we have to be careful of is our response. We can't always control what happens, but we can definitely control our response to what happens. So sometimes, it's as life happens, work on your response. Yeah. Work on how you view things. Work on your perspective. And don't see everything as a setback. Just say, you know what? This happened. Now, how can it work for my benefit? Because I really believe that everything can work for your benefit, but it's a matter of your perspective.
Now, I think that perspective is the answer that the question that I'm about to ask. I think that's going to be the answer. But sometimes people find it's like, it's painful to be consistent. Like, the thought of doing it again, or, the disappointment of, whatever that's attached to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to be consistent, but it's painful, even the thought of me going back to doing this because of something that has happened, or a failure, or a disappointment that was devastating, that was gut-wrenching. Like, what would you say? I mean, I know it's perspective. I think it's perspective,
but it's... So sometimes that pain has nothing to do with them. Okay. Sometimes that pain is what they think others are thinking about them.
Yes.
So you have to be, again, classify where
so pinpoint
classify the motivation, classify the intent, classify even the motives, because sometimes people do things to impress other people. Yeah. And when that doesn't go right, it's like, well, I'm not going to look good to these other people, when really that doesn't even matter. So I think some of it is more self-induced than anything else.
Okay.
So you have to be careful with that. And we talked a few weeks ago about, really taking your eyes and your focus off of what other people want you to do or how other people see you. You got to do what's best for you. You have to put yourself in a position where your goals are your goals, and you're not doing this for I remember being young and thinking that I had to do something for a girl to like me. You know what I mean? It was like it wasn't about me and what I thought was good. And I, certain times in my adult life, I realized, man, why am I even doing this? Like I almost finished a whole complete doctoral degree on something. You know this, on something I really did not want to do. I was doing it because where I was at that time in my profession, it would help progress me in my profession, but I couldn't apply it to any other area of my life. I'm like, why am I doing this? And I just completely stopped. And I started a completely different program when I was close to the end of it. My wife can attest to that. So we're not telling you stuff that we haven't done and experienced ourselves. So, really finding out why you're doing certain things. What is your motivation?
And get over the embarrassment.
Yeah, and getting over it, like, okay.
The shame of it.
You know what? And really, if somebody says, why are you doing that? Well, this is the best for me. And even, I think one of the worst motivations that people have is money. They're doing certain things only because of how much money it can make. They have no attachment to it. They have no passion for it. They don't even care about it. It's just, well, it's going to make me money. But really, is that going to fulfill your life? And I really believe that if you find your passion,
to it? I mean,
and that's why some people
you'll lose your momentum.
Some people are working jobs that they absolutely hate because of the money, and that hatred is gonna translate over into how you do your job. But if you can find something that you're really passionate about, some people marry people.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I need to go there. But some people marry some people for the wrong reasons, and now they're like, well, I don't love them no more. You never loved them. You love what they could provide. You love their status. You love everything but them. You knew everything about them but who they really were. And they're like, okay, that's why.
Love the idea.
They love the idea. Yeah. And so some people find themselves in situations where it's like, I don't love you anymore. You never loved them. Sadly. Anyway, we digress. But we have to be brief today because we have to get somewhere. We're heading to an event. We have to speak tonight to some couples, and we're excited about it.
Yes, we're speaking to married couples.
Yeah,
and we're having dinner with them, and we're so excited.
Very, very excited about it.
This is what we absolutely love to do.
This is,
and I believe it's just going to be just super, super awesome, and just an awesome time.
Yeah.
So we are really excited, and but I hope you guys had a wonderful week.
Yeah.
And if you're jumping out of whatever it is that you're supposed to be jumping into, we're going to encourage you to what?
Jump in.
Have a happy week, a happy Friday, good weekend, and take this weekend to get recharged, and so we can get it together on Monday.
All right.
Is that it?
Yep. Y'all take care.
All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.